Cenerentola, could never quite understand SMB. He was a man of principle, honest and brave, who seemed to live by a code entirely his own. Material comforts, the things she secretly craved, meant nothing to him. His world was one of truth and courage, while hers was a dream of beauty, riches, and the glamorous life they promised. This difference between them was a constant source of friction. One day, her frustration boiled over. "Why do you always put everyone else first?" she demanded, her voice sharp with irritation. "You never think of yourself. You could have a proper house, decent clothes, good food. You could live like a normal person." SMB just looked at her, his expression calm, a faint smile playing on his lips. "Happiness isn't found in gold or silk, Cenerentola," he said softly. "It's in truth, in courage. And in helping those who deserve it." Cenerentola crossed her arms, turning away and whispering to herself, "You just don't get it." A deeper, more painful thought surfaced. "Sometimes," she murmured, "I feel like you don't even see me." With that, she walked away, leaving SMB watching her go, a thoughtful, troubled look in his eyes. It wasn't long before Cenerentola found someone who seemed to understand her perfectly. At a lavish party in a grand palace, she met the charming and incredibly wealthy Lord Vincent. He bowed low before her, his smile dazzling. "Cenerentola," he purred, "your beauty outshines every piece of gold in this palace. Let me show you a life of comfort, a life you truly deserve." A thrill shot through her. Finally, she thought, her heart soaring with excitement, someone who understands me. From a distance, SMB watched them together. His eyes narrowed, a seed of worry planting itself in his heart. He saw the way she looked at Lord Vincent, the blind trust in her eyes. "She trusts him completely," he muttered to himself. "I'm afraid her desire for wealth will blind her to the truth." SMB's fears were not unfounded. Lord Vincent was a man consumed by greed and recklessness. He had promised Cenerentola the world, but his only real interest was in amassing more wealth for himself, often through shady dealings. Before long, his web of lies began to close in, and Cenerentola found herself trapped in a dangerous situation she never anticipated. One night, under the cloak of darkness at Cenerentola's own mansion, Lord Vincent met with his unsavory associates. "She knows too much," one of the shady men hissed. "What if she talks? She could ruin everything." Lord Vincent hesitated for a moment, a flicker of conscience at war with his overwhelming greed. "Greed won. Deal with it," he said, his voice cold, quietly. "I want no witnesses." It was then, overhearing their whispers, that the horrifying truth crashed down on Cenerentola. She was utterly alone, a pawn in a dangerous game, and her life was in peril. Hiding in the shadows, she began to cry softly. "Why?" She sobbed to herself. "Why did I believe him? Why was I so foolish?" Meanwhile, far away in the quiet of the forest, SMB received the dreadful news. A messenger, breathless from his urgent ride, stumbled before him. "SMB," he panted. It's Cenerentola. She's in grave danger. They plan to kill her. In 3 days, a dark look settled on SMB's face. His usual calm was replaced by a steely determination. There's no time to waste, he declared, his voice low and firm. We ride now. Without a second thought, he grabbed his horse. For the next 2 days, he rode relentlessly, foregoing food and surviving only on water. His entire being was focused on a single unwavering goal: saving her. SMB arrived at the dark forest bordering Cenerentola's mansion just as night fell. He knew he was walking into a trap, with armed men lurking in the shadows. But SMB was not just brave. He was smart. He used the darkness as his ally, moving like a phantom through the trees. With swift, silent precision, he took down 2 of the guards before they even knew he was there. The remaining men were startled, their confidence shattered. Who are you?" one of them stammered, peering into the darkness. A calm, fearless voice answered from the shadows. "I am the one who will not let anyone harm her." A swift and decisive fight followed. A few of the men fell to SMB's skill, and the rest, seeing they were outmatched, quickly surrendered. They agreed to hand over Cenerentola, their bravado gone. SMB then turned to her. His face was grim, but his eyes were steady. "It's your choice now, Cenerentola," he said, his voice even. "We can fight them together. Or you can stay, and they will likely kill me. The decision is yours." Tears streamed down her face, a mix of shame, relief, and terror. I want to go with you," she wept. "Let's fight, and get away from here safely." The journey back to their village was long and quiet. They walked under the soft glow of the moonlight, the silence of the forest broken only by their footsteps and the whisper of the wind. Finally, they began to talk. They spoke of their past, of their arguments and misunderstandings, and of the unspoken truths that had always lingered between their hearts. Cenerentola's voice was soft, still thick with tears. I thought riches would make life better, happier," she confessed. "But now I see, you were the one who was always protecting me. You were the treasure all along." SMB looked at her, a sad smile touching his lips. "You are the princess of many hearts, Cenerentola," he said gently. "Yet you live in mine." Hearing this, a genuine smile broke through her tears. It was a revelation. "Then I live in your heart, SMB," she said, her voice filled with a newfound certainty. "And only yours." When they finally reached the familiar safety of their village, something profound had shifted between them. SMB helped her dismount, and she looked at him not just with love, but with a deep, newfound respect. She finally understood true love wasn't about lavish palaces or silk dresses. It was about courage, honesty, and 2 hearts choosing each other against all odds forever. She took his hand, her grip firm and sure. "Let's live together till death," she said, her eyes shining with resolve, with truth, love, and bravery. And in that moment, under the quiet stars, their true story finally began. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.